All right, I think we are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. How are you guys doing on this beautiful day? So, what's moving and what's not? I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you guys are feeling great. Uh, let's see what stocks are moving and which stocks are not. So, let's see here. There's a few that I'm watching, including AKLI, cheaper stock, HOLO, continuation name, OCEA, potential continuation as well, ZVSA, and I want to say that might be it. The scans are looking soft today. The scans are looking kind of soft. There's no other way to put it other than things are not looking super spicy. So that could be a bit of a sign for me to start off a little slower, not be as aggressive, not be as, uh, forward to start the day. Maybe I might want to take it a little easy into the open. Let's copy and paste this into the stream. Guys, I've been trying to come for 9:15, but my body is not letting me. Not as in, and the stream is unlisted. Jesus Christ. Goodness. Public save. How did I miss that? Let's refresh this. Ay ay ay. Save, copy, paste. I did a private stream yesterday, so the settings kind of saved as like a private stream. But there we go. All good. But yeah, as I was saying, right? So for those of you on YouTube, as you're tuning in, good morning, welcome back. What's up? What's up? Today we're looking forward to having another beautiful day here in the markets. So I hope you guys are feeling good, feeling ready. So there's a couple of stocks that are moving, and I did post the watch list. So it's not looking super spicy. That's the main thing. It's not looking great. So we're gonna have to be patient, and we're gonna have to, kind of see which stock is the strong stock right now. HOLO, AKLI, OCEA, potential continuation. We'll have to see. I'll start off with AKLI here, or excuse me, yeah, okay, AKLI. There we go. So as my volume on the mic is dropping here, we got 76 cents for the highs. 76 cents. Not bad. Cheaper stock. It's been a long time since we kind of traded this, right? About 2 weeks since we really traded this price range. When things are really hot and stocks are above $1, I tend to focus on those stocks a little bit more. So it's all good here. But hopefully this can give us a nice opportunity. I'm gonna check out the daily chart. Let's see what we're working with. And by the way, let me make sure to turn on my screen recording, so we have all the data here necessary. All right, looks good. So yeah, looking at the daily chart, the 200 EMA seems like it's in proximity. That's around 90 cents. And if this happens to be strong, of course, I'd want to see the break of one. So I'm gonna map out these levels here. Thinkorswim is actually telling me 83. Thinkorswim is telling me 83 cents. Is there a fake Relentless trader account in there? I'll check him. I'll check it out here and block him. You know what I got? There's something I can do to help with this a little bit more. 83.23. I was thinking about this just now actually. Gonna make it so that you need a phone number. I wasn't gonna do it, but I think it might make sense. Because initially, once the Discord went premium, that could have worked, but I have to leave it open still for a particular reason, right? But other than that, I think maybe making it so everybody who's on the server is required to have a phone number, and not just only like an email. So that way it's a little bit more tight. They're probably not going to be jumping through all those hurdles to join the chat. People that have nothing to do and all day to do it. So they resort to scamming. Quite unfortunate, but it's the world we live in today. So I mean, being that we're here, I might as well say it. Just remember that I'll never message you. I will never message you first. I will never reach out to anybody randomly and just start a conversation. So be careful of the fake accounts that are on Discord, TikTok, all social media. Be very careful. There's hundreds of people creating fake Relentless Trader accounts. Stay safe out there, and remember, I will never message you first for no particular reason and just start a conversation. But yeah, anyhows, I got the 200 EMA up on this thing. I'm going to check out OCEA just to see how we did on Friday. Map out some key levels. So we had a high point of, let's see here, 210. 210, I'm going to map this out. I'm going to put a blue trend line here. I don't know if it'll be super strong today, but you know, it's worth keeping an eye on. And then if we get over 210, if we can see 235, that'll be pretty good, which was the after hour high. Other than that, I think maybe HOLO could be worth watching and get rid of some of these previous trend lines. I think HOLO might be worth watching, just in case it does give a bit of a bounce today. Highs are at 182 for today on OCEA. We'll see how this one does. So HOLO. Again, the gap scan is like, it's pretty soft. There's not a ton moving, so you know. Yeah, so HOLO, we have a bit more of a range. If we can get back to 1230, maybe that could be enough for a potential opportunity somewhere in there. So we got the highs at 1230. We've pulled back since, low around 971 area, and we've been curling up a little bit since then. So this is not bad. Again, just off the price range alone, if this is volatile, we could potentially get some decent opportunities. The daily chart is not in a great place, of course, since we've sold off from that high of like $100. But again, you know, it's a bit of an inside candle. But you know, will there be something between 11 and 1230 for the pre-market high? So HOLO, we'll see how that one does. ZVSA, also another stock here that's worth watching. High point is at 67. And since then, we've pulled back a little bit around 130. And it's been holding up the VWAP area. The 200 EMA I had recently at 276, but it seems like it might be a different level here. We got a couple seconds to the open. We'll see how it does. The main thing for me today is to take it slow. Just try to like survive the first, you know, 10 minutes. And then if there's a strong stock, we can get aggressive. Because I'm not sure if we're going to get instant strength like we did 2 weeks ago. So not looking to overdo it, just looking to, you know, be cool, calm, collected, and patient. Small size. And then, you know, from there, I'll see what's going on. You got to gauge the market. So HOLO, just 500 shares here. I'd love to see it over 1050 and 1080 if possible. We will go over the disclaimer in a sec. So the low right there was 10. Here we are at 1037. There's 1065. There's 70. A bit of selling up here. 79, 80. 85, 86, 90, 11, just like that, a whole dollar share, so it's strong. 1134. How low is it going to dip? There's 80. Oh, looks like it might be dipping all the way back down. 37. There's 50. See, if you catch that move all the way from 10 to 11, it could literally, that could just be the day right there, and then you're done. If you could have caught that move. Nope, this looks like it's coming down. Oh, small loss. 150 for ZVSA. And just like that, this is just, back to the depths. I did look away from my level 2. So if there was an entry, I didn't see it at 10 area. So ZVSA, can we get through 150? There's a good push. I'm going to size up here because it's moving aggressively. 158, just like that. Ay, ay, ay. 63, it's pretty strong. Hopefully we can get a good pullback here. $69, $73, no pullback. It's just going. It's stronger than I would have imagined. See, this is why you got to be reactive, because I'm coming in thinking we're not going to see anything, so I'm not really reacting fast enough to the stocks that are moving. And here we have 2 stocks early that's going to give a pretty big move, and it's like I'm sleeping. This is why you kind of can't really set that expectation coming in, right? You just never know. Shout out to forgetting his name. I think Ski. You have to always expect the unexpected. Pastor sleeping at the wheel, thinking it's going to be a slow start. I would have loved to dip back to 55 area, but we didn't get that. We held up like 59.60. I could have been back in there 62. Didn't look for that trade. There was even a bid at like 74, but being that I missed the trade at 62, it just feels like I'm chasing at that point, so I just kind of ease off. HOLO did get back to 1040. Perhaps over 50 can continue. Gotta be careful with this one flushing down though. Green is printing, but we're not quite getting a good push. HOLO. Break of 11 again, perhaps. It's a little kind of sideways here. Okay. The high was 34. Okay. Okay. I know this is off screen. It's gonna get halted up here. 1167. The day is stronger than I expected, man. I gotta size up here. False halt. Perhaps there's a dip. 38. Kind of holding. Come on, dip, 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 dip. Long. Get caught for 20-cent loss. Sub 11. Let's see, HOLO. Nice move here. The low of that pullback was 1080. The other one will be resuming at 7 and 59 seconds. High of the current candle is 70, and there's a high of 86. If I start this day, like I did Tuesday of last week, it's like I'm already up a couple thousand. But just on the aggressive side, I'm not there right now. So I kind of have to kind of have to get myself going here. So we had a beautiful dip. It's pulled back. We're curling back up to the high. Potential 3-bar play here. Potential. Oh, we're coming down a bit. Waiting. 30. Gotta just take the couple cents. Take the couple cents. Size, take the couple cents. Potentially sub 10. Will we see it? Or is it gonna hold high?
CPOP, CYCM, MRBR.
11, 12. I'm being patient here. Okay, so it is holding the resumption on the other one. Aye, aye. Come on. 82, 85. 90. Okay, okay. Wow, 210, 214. Shit. Damn. That was strong. I was in at 75. It didn't hold it long enough. So back to HOLO. Jeez Louise. That was a good push. I was in perfectly too. Highs at 25. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. High fills. Buying a little late there. $71 for the halt up. I'm trading so poorly right now. It's a miracle that I'm even green. This is good. This is good. It's halting up here. It looks like we'll get locked in 1271. Maybe I need to go throw some ice water on my face. That'll probably wake me up. Wake me up to this hot momentum that we're seeing here. Sometimes even the gap scan can deceive you a little bit. 38. This one got halted at 40, so we got 2 minutes, or at least a minute and some change in between. So switching back to ZVSA. Hold on, I'll be back. So time was this 43.45? 43.45 for ZVSA. No, I'm not feeling any FOMO. I'm not feeling I don't feel FOMO actually. It's rare that I like feel anything, but what I'm feeling is like or what I know is that I'm not trading well. So this is where the day is gonna have to start for me officially. This is where the day starts, right here, right now. If these two stocks continue to be strong, this is where I have to go in and dominate. So let's look forward to the opportunities. Let's look forward to the opportunities here. Let's look forward to the opportunities. 43.45, so we got less than a minute. It's showing 215, which is fine. We'll see how it does from there. It has been strong. It could be a little extended, might need a pullback. All that is possible. So we'll have to try to take the best entry that we can see here. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. It always is. Couple seconds. Here we go. 224. Dip, dip, dip one more time. Dip one more time. It's not dipping. That was a super high entry though. Ay, ay, ay. 11 for those lows. The resumption on the other stock is going to come. This thing is moving. It is moving. The resumption on the other one is coming. 45.14, a couple seconds. Not good because this one is looking good for this dip potentially. Do not fail. It's going to fail. Switching gears. 71.
Begin.
Here we go. 1271. They're sellers. 30. Try again. Fudge. Not good. Damn. That's just gonna evaporate, man. Come on. That's some good trades, though. Well, maybe, as I'm picking up my intensity, the stocks are not as clean, which is very typical when you miss all the big, sweet moves. So you got to be careful. So HOLO is trying, but we'll see how it does here. Jeez. My goodness. I really ought to be using more size. No, it's having some trouble. Can we get through 50? Can we hold 13, or maybe we might see sub 13, but it's coming up. We got to get through 50. 49, 50. There's some sellers. There's a few sellers. It's trying again. Okay. How is that not a great trade? It's all good. I did take my eye off the level 2. I will pay the price. 54. I'm getting slippage like nobody's business here. Again, twice, 3 times. We should be at 2.5. Instead, we're at 5, dropping 89, 14. Not quite the break. It might retest though. I gotta make sure I don't go red at this point. Forget about the momentum. Let's not lose anymore here. I gotta be very careful because it's already seeming like a botch day. I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow. 12. Low of that candle was about 8. It's unbelievable. The high of the last candle was 80. High or low for me as usual. Seems like it's not quite ready yet. A little choppy there. Can we see the bids holding up? Yeah, that's not good. Immediate break and then back down. So showing some weakness. So can we get above 80 and hold above 80 here? 79, 83. I'm having trouble. I don't know if there's shares available. Well, I doubt it. Time 50. So there's a new 5-minute candle. I'll get blazed, brother. I'll take that. So the other one is failed. It looks like the momentum might be done. That's what's happening here. We're on the backside. The past star is coming around a little too late. A little too late. The other one is at 2, but are we strong? Or is this a bit of a bluff? There was a bid. We're gonna get to 8. It's a little choppy. ZVSA right here at the $2 level. Looking for the red to green back up to 220, perhaps 250 if it's pretty good. Mindset to start this day, I tell you. That's the difference. There's a bid, but those shares are going to get filled pretty quickly. And again, shares are going to get filled pretty quickly. So I might want to wait for something maybe over 50K shares because 20,000 shares not quite cutting it. I'm going to ease off here. Not sure if it's going to hold up or not. It does look pretty bullish though on the 5 minute. Definitely going to keep an eye on it. I do have big size set. Not that 3K shares is not a lot, but I have bigger size for this one. Oh, it's working. What's it going to be? 3. We want to see it over 10. False breakout. The dip could work here. 75. Can we get 80? Scratch trades. Well, this one kind of rejected with higher volume, which is not going to be good. We had everything we needed there for the continued push to 2025, but maybe a big seller, I'm not too sure. I got to be careful because, I just off the momentum, I think if I'm aggressive early, I'd be up a couple thousand, and here I am red $100. So I got to be very careful moving forward. It's possible that the better opportunities here for the morning has already came and went. So sizing down and just gonna take it easy. Maybe there might be something else. If not, scratch day botch trades or scratch trades botch day. That's the way to put it. HOLO. Could there be a dip? Perhaps, but I'd want to size down. Just 800 size. 1209. The resumption. 5631. 5631. We are going to get 85 out of that dip, but it's going to take some time, so scratch trade. But at least it's good to see that we still got a bit of a bounce. $56.31. So there's a couple seconds here for HOLO. Yeah, we'll make something there. The halt up is at 1298 if it wants to go. Maybe. What could be choppy. You gotta really be quick with this one, or else you'll get poor fills. There's already a spread. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. There's 80. Will it bounce again here? 80, but there's a big spread. I don't know. I think there's a chance it gives a red to green, but we kind of need some more volume here. If not to the depths of 1160s. I mean, it's such a great front side. Man. Is it working? Yes, it is. Its volume there is just a little slow. It might keep going here. 43, 45. I need to hold a little longer in these areas. But as we know, that can be a little tricky. The halt is at 1340. That was aggressive, man. That was aggressive. That was good. It's almost like the stock is moving like this, like 2 weeks ago. It's like I'm not expecting it to be so aggressive, but it's doing it. So you had a strong push here. From 1245, we've had a strong push to 1340. High of day is at 14, so it's really not that far away.
FBD. It might pull back again. Well, let's see. Perhaps too aggressive there. I'm in a little high. 65, 60, 50. It's coming down a bit. Gonna try again. This could be good. Good bounce. Can we keep going?
If it goes here, this is where I can make my money and get out of this market. What's it gonna be? I've already botched today, so this might be my last chance if it goes. And we're not quite seeing the volume. I'll wait. I need order entries. I need order entries here. Big size, small size. Make things a little bit more efficient. It was good buying there, but maybe not enough. It seems like it's having trouble. Can we keep going? There's some sellers. Mm-mm-mm. Waiting patiently. We're on a bull flag, right? Off those lows. We're consolidating here. We kind of have a bit of a range. Low around 60s, highs around, 1330s. We kind of need to push through this level of 20 here. It's a big range, pretty big range here. Higher low for me as always. So I'd love to see the 5-minute candle make the new high eventually. Still having trouble. I'll keep waiting. If it goes, I can size. The halt level though is only at 14.19, which is kind of close for this stock. It's only $1 a share. Come on, give a dip, give a dip. Jeez. It might fail here. What's going on? Why is it so thin? Can we get some more volume? Tricky breakout, not going to get anything. The halt up is at 33. I tell you, man. What's going on today? Cannot get it together. This is what you call a botch day. The day has came and went like yesterday's news. Do I try for 14 here? It's a little tricky. I'll take a couple cents. I'll just take it. It's better than nothing here. 65. Okay. Too soon. 55, but then 69. It's gonna get me again. It's gonna go again. Not gonna be in there. There's a small seller there. See, at this rate, I'm not gonna get the size up because I'm not getting any sort of like linear consistency with the trades. It's kind of just skipping through some key areas that I would like to have a chance to, get the entry. It's like I have to chase the stock to really get the kind of green I would want, which is, as we know, there's risk. I'd love to see a pullback before we go, but if not, that's okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay. That's just so much nonsense here today. It's not rejecting again. I buy where there's a few bids. All of the bids are filled, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back out, and it holds by the like a thread. It might consolidate high and try again. Let's see. '83 fill, which is not great. Only 88. This is a complete disaster here. But we gotta stay locked in and keep trying. Will it keep going? No. It might come back down here. 47. Come on. Nobody ever said it was easy, right? Well, that was a brutal fill right there. What? I saw 45. I'm in 55. That's gonna get me. So waiting, watching. Low of that last was 91. No, maybe I take my $400 and say this is enough. Because again, I'm taking on a lot of risk. If this just drops, will be for sure be red. It is a decent thing to consider here. $440. It's not anything crazy, but maybe worth walking away with here. And a size back down. Complete disaster of a day. Such good opportunities wasted. So as usual, what you got to do, you got to start by looking at yourself. To get blitzed like this, man, unacceptable. We got to be ready. We got to be ready. Big level here. Can we hold again? We got to be ready. It's fighting here. I'm going to keep an eye. 80, 75, 70, 64. There's a spread. You know what's so easy to get frustrated about? This is why day trading is hard, right? Because we all understand the technicals of the patterns we're seeing in these things, but for somebody like me, when I know that the only reason I'm not up like 4 or 5 grand is because of how I look to start of the day, that could easily get you frustrated. You start the day more aggressive, you push harder, and boom, you got a sweet day. So hopefully OCEA does keep going here. Sometimes that's the difference. That alone, which is crazy. So the saying that there's a very fine line. That's why they say it, right? It's because sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest impact. But for us to have the best odds, we have to stay cool, calm, and collected. Getting frustrated is only gonna, make you trade worse. So you have to ultimately do what's in your best interest. So the red to green here is working out fine so far, off of that level of 80, or else we can even say 60. Again, I'll take a couple of cents. Take a couple of cents. Perhaps it keeps going here. Let's see. No, not quite. 1308. Gonna watch for another entry. Can we get back to 40, 50 area? If not, I'll take a couple of cents. Get back in again. 15. How well are we gonna keep holding up? Uh-oh. I was aiming for 30 there. Here's 04, 02, 90. I'll try 80 again, tight stop. We got 1310 on the ask. Tight stop coming out. Perhaps could have sold that immediately and got a good fill on the ask, but I was looking for those bids to walk up a bit. 60 was the low or so still watching. All this I'll still consider support. If I go back to flat, it could be good reasons to say, hey, that's it. OCEA, the low is 79. New 5-minute candle will be here in about 3 minutes. Day trading, I tell you. I'm watching here closely. We kind of held up the support. We bounced up a little bit, but we're kind of like on the, lingering here. Still watching to see what's going on. Maybe it's not quite ready. There's some volume there, but nothing. Thought we could have seen 25. We still got another a minute and a half before the new candle gets here. Okay, there we go. We're seeing some more buying coming in. All right, 30. All right, that's more like it. What I tried not to do is hold longer for the sake of just holding longer, right? The moment I'm in, it must go. There's nothing more to it. So perhaps a retest of the lows here. Seems like OCEA is having resistance up at 205. If it gets above 205, perhaps it'll be worth a trade here. Can we get above 205, hold above 205? There's a 1. Damn. The other one is going to fail. This one's going to go. I walked off there at the wrong time, brother. Gonna miss that. Can we get a retest? I got 11, which isn't great, but better than nothing. I'll take that off at 20. It's so crazy, man. Because again, this momentum here is very good. This is great momentum. It's like if you had a solid Friday, solid Thursday, and you're coming in like expecting something. I was red last week, so it's like I came in here kind of soft. Came in here too cool, too relaxed. Too cool, too calm. Zero aggression. 14, that dip is going to work. It just lingered a little longer. I'll take 11. 6. Do I want to size down? Do I want to size down here? Yeah, it's getting choppy. Okay, maybe I size down. The low of that candle was 02. I think HOLO might be finished. At least for now, it's like having trouble, right? We can say that with certainty. Mm-mm. All right. HOLO selling off aggressively. OCEA, on the other hand, holding up. The new 1 minute candle is less than 30 seconds out. So far, we got a low of 02. The high of this area is 23. You guys already know how I like it. High or low. That's always the same. Never changes. Breakout or dip. Dip or breakout. I'll take either one or both. Sometimes I don't really talk much, right? I don't really call out as much, but if you've been here for at least 1 day or two, there's a small bid. Okay, that's gonna give us something. Should have gotten back in. Hmm. See, that throws me off so much. So the high, what's the high? 23? Okay. Gotta be careful though. Do I have size over here? Let's make sure to get size ready. What's so crazy is that I've been using like 4K size on some of these stocks at like $12, but also using 4K size on $2 stocks. Maybe I'm just comfortable with the number. It's trying. It might go. Hidden seller. There was a hidden seller there. Couple cents. That was an aggressive bounce. We gotta get green. We gotta get green and push higher into the green here. We're still kind of sideways red. We gotta get going. The small bids are affecting it positively, which is good. $15. Too soon. 7. Low right there of 7. Too early. Getting chopped around a little bit. High of the curtain candle 17. That's another bid. Again, the smaller bids are influencing it positively. So that's actually going to give us a new high. Mm-mm-mm. It must hold here. It's fluctuating so quickly that I'm not getting a chance to be in. It's also having resistance at 32 area. Can we see 35? 32. It's tricky. It's tricky despite being cheap like this. It's like the dips aren't really dipping out. Like we go from 32 to 25. It's like not really a real dip. 32, 32, 27, 26, 24. I'm gonna try for 21. Oh, tried to sell 26, sold 22. Flat trade. Perhaps I would have wanted to hold that a little longer, but there's volatility there. Being that I'm not green already, I gotta be careful. That's already a sign. So I'm having issues. I gotta make some adjustments here. Gotta be a little bit more careful. Maybe I can wait for some more extended dips. Try for those. See if we get the immediate bounce. Those sub 20. So it's gonna hold pretty tight again. Time. There's about 2 minutes left in this 5-minute candle. This is good though, this could still open up like crazy. So that at least is a good thing, potentially. It's healthy, it's in a good place, it's bullish. So you gotta be patient, make some adjustments. We haven't really had a ton of good breakout entries. They've been a little bit on the trickier side for me, so I gotta be careful. All right, so that extended dip there, catching a couple cents. And I say extended as in like, below the average of what we've been seeing 2025. Okay, we're going to go to 18 right there. As buyers are coming back in right below the level. There's another bid. The bids have been affecting it positively here. Can we go? No, having trouble. Had slippage there too. Watching this. There's red and green. It's kind of hard to... Okay, 05. Ton of buying, nothing. 2. Can we see a good bounce? 05, 06. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's see that. I kind of put out an accidental order. Yeah, that was decent. Whatever. The 5-minute chart is a little skewed now. It looks like a rejection versus yesterday's highs. And we have high volume here. Almost high of day volume. I think high of day volume. If it gets back to 20, it'll be great, but it's definitely having trouble. Shorts potentially, a little more aggressive than I would have thought up there. The good news is that a $500 day is a botch day now. That's the good news. SOUN. Hopefully tomorrow can be just as good as this. That'll be great. Tomorrow I will be ready. And maybe even later into the day, if we can keep seeing opportunities like this. SOUN has been moving up nicely here. Flat top push over 30, up to 43. 39, 40, 41. There's sellers, but it's moving up. Red, but it's holding. I'd stop here. Can we see 45, 50? 44. There's nothing immediate. Get back in 45. No, it's a little choppy. Scratch trades. SOUN. Sometimes I'm paying so much attention to the stock I'm trading that I don't even look at the scans. Which is why it's sometimes good to have the chimes in case a stock, makes a new high over a certain amount or a certain amount of times. Maybe after the 10th time, you kind of make, set it up so it gives that alert. Once you hear, you then look over. Big seller here, 43. at SOUN. And this one is definitely thick. Yeah, it's tricky because the buyers that are there are evaporating. So it's a little hard to, get in with those big bids. So a big bid on a stock like this, and we spoke about this yesterday, a big bid on a stock like this, it's probably gonna have to be like 100K plus or 150K. 25K is like 2,500 shares. It's evaporating. So HOLO is on the backside. OCEA seems to be on the backside. I think we had one other one. AKLI, not a bad move back up. SOUN, I don't want to sleep on it, but for now, it's definitely not, impressive. It's like consolidating here at 45, but we're not really seeing anything. 45, 46. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm done with that. Done with that high float. And the float is more than likely high. Anyhow, let me continue with my rotation. That's just wasting orders here, wasting trades. Nothingness. SOUN. Unless this can give a big green candle like, 398 to 420 again. And even then, it's not really that big. It's 20 cents. Not worth it. I think it's time to walk away with what we have, man. Sometimes you gotta know when enough is enough, or else I'll be here red, and then I'll be saying, "Oh man, why didn't I just walk away when I had something?" Because we already understand how the day transpired. It's different if I'm up 5,000 and it's like, okay, I can risk 500, 600 to see what else might come. And even if you do lose that amount, it's like still a good day. Versus you have nothing and then you go red, and then it just leads to even more. It leads to you being like a little bit more frustrated, and then it's like your trading is affected, and so gotta gotta do the right thing here. If I come back, I'll have to use very, very small size, 300 shares, risk $100 kind of thing. And if I can make something there, then I can maybe size up slowly. I'll need to connect on a couple trades. If not, you know, we gotta think logically here. The best move on OCEA has more than likely came and went. Can this go later in the day? Yes, possibly. But the best move has probably already happened. HOLO, the best move on this one has probably already happened. Beautiful front side move going up 40 plus percent. What are the odds that we see another 40% move just as aggressively right here? Not likely. So got to be realistic. Are there going to be opportunities? Of course, because this is the market. There's always going to be opportunities, but for where I excel, which is this first 15 minutes of sweet momentum, I wasn't ready for the action, and ultimately was not prepared. OCEA, perhaps if it gets over 211, can be worth watching again. It's on a bear flag here, but I think I'm gonna shut it down. It's an early day, early exit, but sometimes you got to do the responsible thing. You got to do the responsible thing. So I'll take a look at the comments, see if there's any questions coming in. By the way, shout out to George in the Discord who did win the raffle. So as you guys know, we were doing a raffle for the next day trader meetup. That's going to be happening in New York. So shout out to George. We'll be talking with him very closely here today to get all his details. Hopefully he can make it. Hopefully he can make it. And we'll set everything up. We'll set everything up, and you know, in a week's time, we'll be hanging out. We'll be attending some pretty big seminars, and we're gonna be going to the exchange. The exchange is a great atmosphere. It's good motivation. George in Discord. Well, Marcelo says Jorge, but I say George. But last name is not Garcia. There's a George Garcia here in the YouTube stream. But all in all, I hope everyone here did well today. We did get a good amount of opportunities. I think for those people who had a solid week, especially end of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, more so Thursday, Friday, you might have been a little bit more prepared for the momentum. Coming into the open, I'm saying, hey, I want to just go slow, take it easy, not, small size, not do anything crazy. And it's like, I almost felt lackadaisical. I felt like I was sleeping here. Like a stock would give a move, and it's like it's not registering in my brain that something is happening. What in the world's going on? So, that was just not good. Sometimes the mindset is the biggest part. But the thing that I like to pride myself on is to always react real time. And I didn't do a great job of that. Also coming in, like, the live stream, I had an issue with the live stream. I thought it was on for like a couple of minutes, but apparently it was unlisted. So it was like set to a private stream because I did a private stream yesterday with the students. I forgot to change that setting, so that kind of threw me off a little bit at the open. And ultimately I would say that I was late. I didn't even say the disclaimer, right? So ultimately I was late, and that's also never good. I don't know what the heck I can do. Maybe what I need to do is start the stream at like 9 a.m. again. I used to do 9 a.m. then I did 9:15 because it felt like I was just sitting there for too long waiting for the open. I think what I can probably do is 9 a.m. and then just leave for a bathroom break around 9:15, 9:20. Because then at that point I would have already done all the analysis. That's why I'm starting to stream at like 9:20 every day. I'm one of those people that's a morning goer. So, I don't know what it is. Every time I come here, it's just what it is. Gotta go. By the time I get back, it's like, are you kidding me? Right? 5-10 minutes gone. And I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know. I don't feel nervous doing this, right? It's almost like one of those. I don't know. Maybe it is nerves, right? Maybe it's like subliminal nerves. Where do I live? Are we meeting up in New York City? If someone else traded the same stocks and is up almost 5K with similar shares, do you study his trades? I mean, you can. Well, like on a day like today, I already know why I'm not up 5K, right? And I can see myself a different version of myself that's a little more aggressive on the same exact day doing that amount. But I mean, if you want to study something else, you can, right? This never gonna hurt you. But on a day like today, I mean, I don't know if I need to study. I kind of know what happened. I already know exactly what happened. Not kind of, right? I know exactly what transpired. What I would have needed was a bucket of ice water to be thrown in my face, and a slap to say, "Wake up." A little aggressive, but you know, you know yourself best. 1250. This is a nice move here off this bear flag. BMR. Yeah, I saw BMR. It's a nice push here. From 1190 to 1260, 70 cents. Pretty impressive. Will the dip hold up at VWAP, or will it, kind of sell back off? So far, so good. Around 20s. Can we see 45? There's 40. This I would have sold right there. 50, not bad. And at 58, 60. So that's pretty good. It's doing its thing here. Okay, perhaps I should have took that trade. See, and this is when you say you're gonna shut it down. This is why sometimes it's good to just get out of here, because then you start to see stuff like this, and it's like that sweet talk. It's whispering in your ears to come back. And then you miss the good setup, and then you take some other setup that's not so good. You lose, and then the cycle continues. Let's see. Yeah, the next meetup is going to be in New York. I do use Thinkorswim hotkeys. I have Shift Z, Shift X, Shift A, Shift Shift C to cancel. So Shift C is to cancel, Shift Z buy market, Shift X sell market. I can screenshot it. I can screenshot this stuff. Hold on. Application settings, hotkeys. I'll post it in the Discord. Oh my gosh, why I thought my account number was showing. About to say. About to say, time to call in and get a new account, which I've had to do before. If my full account number ever shows that I gotta, end the live stream, call in, and close this account, open up a new one. It's one of the drawbacks of live streaming. You got to be careful, because ultimately not everybody is here for good reasons and good intentions. Some people are just there waiting for me to show something like that. Say yes, we got him. Ay, ay, ay. So for anybody who ever considers doing the live stream stuff, you got to watch out in that aspect. Instead of to the point where I own nothing, and nothing is ever going to be in my name, right? Nothing is ever going to be in my name ever. There has to be like redundancies and systems. Like you have to do all these crazy. It's kind of, I mean, it's like tedious stuff, but you got to do what you got to do, or else they will be waiting for you. 474.72. $400 in a day. Back when I was working at Amazon, I'd have to work at least 35 hours to make $400. Can't forget that perspective. All right, OCEA potentially here. It's moving up a bit. The resistance though is around 09. If it gets through, I'd love to see like 15 if it's strong. There's a bid. There's 13, 15. There's my target. I'll get my 5 cents. OCEA, couple cents. Couple cents. So it's the same setup as HOLO, which is the breakout over the bear flag. So again, every time before I hit the buy button, there's another bid here. Before I hit the buy button, there still has to be a setup that's taking place that makes sense. And sometimes we have to fish for the entry, so we'll take multiple trades in an area looking for the setup to give the follow through. So that was a high pullback there, and it's coming up quite aggressively. We had 13. The high was 35, but we did have resistance around 20 earlier. So perhaps this level could still be a little trouble. For me to do well on a stock like this, though, I have to be accurate and accurate with size, like 5K, 6, 8K, 10K shares, maybe even buying twice. It's going to be, we hold up the support. No fill right there. Tried to add at 8, but did not get a fill. Come on, why they do that? Why they doing that to me, man? Come on, that was awful. Oh, CA. I gotta keep my eyes on the price here. Oh gosh. Okay, good. I I almost put the wrong opening up two order entries. Almost put the wrong stock. If I took 5,000 shares of HOLO, hello red day. 35 is the high. That was a good break of 21. Can we get a dip? Or are we going to continue here? Yeah, that was not a good trade. That was super early. Wasn't patient enough right there. That's unacceptable, really. Because I know where the resistance was. There's no reason to buy that high. So, in the class yesterday, I was saying I always want to buy on the lower side of where support is, of where I think support is, even if it means missing a trade. All right? So, got to be careful. Even if it means missing a trade sometimes, sticking, I just got to stick to the rules and not be super aggressive. There's no reason to. I do have a few DMs I think heard, or maybe a few at. I gotta check them out. I also do not open DMs during live streams. That's something I don't do. If a student is saying, "Hey, I'm struggling with revenge trading," we don't need the entire world to know, right? Not unless that student wants to say it to everybody. Then, that's perfectly okay. But you still gotta like respect that level of privacy. Not as like it's a huge deal or like, like world-ending thing, but still. 25 is the high of the current candle. Will we get that good big volume to push us right through? Tight stop here. I might add if the volume comes. Can we see a push through for 25, 26? Scratch trade. I'll get back in. Come on. The volume is lower here, so it's a little bit more tricky for me. There's a seller. Are we going to buy up those shares? $13. We could be seeing a 5-minute pullback if it doesn't hold up tightly. Okay, never mind. That seller is going to get bought up. I see the volume. Okay, it might be ready. See, the volume comes so quickly there. It's a little tricky. It goes from like almost no volume to high volume. So that when that pullback to 13 starts to happen, I'm thinking maybe it might want to pull back more. It's a little tricky sometimes. Nice move up though. Sometimes it's predictable but tricky. Do not sell off. Do not. Okay, good bounce. Great bounce. We should keep going here if it's good. Sometimes those sell-offs can happen quickly. Tight stop. No retest. Stop. Try one more time. Can we see 40? Waiting for 40. Having some trouble. We got to get through 35 and hold above 35 really. And that'll be good because we had resistance here last time. We can't forget because we can still see a double top. But it's also why if it goes, I want to be in because then perhaps we can see a pretty big move. Or the shot. Short sellers not covering as aggressively as I would like, but okay. I would love to see 50 like immediately there. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? It's stalling out. Well, it's in a great area to explode, so I'm going to keep trying. I want to keep it tight. Only 54. But that's ideal. Where's the move? I gotta keep it tight though. You know, I can't hold that kind of position because if it only decides that it wants to be done, hello red day. The risk is real. It's inching up. Tight stops. If it does break below 50, how's it gonna react? Is it gonna be a big drop or a tight hold? 50. It's holding. I'll try. Tight stop. No separation. Am I out too soon?
I might try again. Waiting. Tight stop. Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll ease off here. It's becoming a little stagnant. 49. No, it was not a big drop. Taking 55. Can we see 60? It needs to get to 65.70. It's like it's having trouble here. It might need to pull back. We want to get away from this level. We're lingering here too long for this kind of push. So I'm skeptical of a bigger drop. Well, okay, okay. Uh, it's just having trouble. The moment I say bigger drop, it jumps up 10 cents. And it seems like I took a big loss or something. I'm not even sure. Maybe I did. The fills are like all over the place, so it's hard to tell what's going on here. It's like somebody's buying. It's like not even dropping here. I'd expect it to drop, right? At least a little bit. 50, 51, 50, 51, 50, 50, 50. Well, okay. There we go. 42. Is that it? Or are we going to need more? I waited for green on that last trade just because I'm a little skeptical, but even with the green, it doesn't do anything. Come on down. The price is right. Come on down. If I see what I like, I'll be aggressive. HOLO. Nice push. What was that? Over 1260. Well, maybe that one might try again. Um, hmm. I gotta start with small size, 500 shares. I'll keep an eye on it if I can, HOLO, but I'm waiting for a pullback on this other one. I hope the rest of this week we see this kind of momentum that we saw today. This is great momentum. It's not what we had 2 weeks ago, but it's like very good, solid. It's pretty calm, you know. You don't have to be here and your heart racing. You know, stock up a dollar a share, down a dollar a share, back up dollar a share. So this isn't this. I wanted 37, 36. It's not going to come down. 41 for those lows is going to hold up that level. It's capable of jumping like 10 cents, 15 cents, and the halt level is all the way up at 3. So I want to watch out here in case, you know, we see some sort of accelerated push through high of day. We could see a sweet move. That was a good fill. Tight stop there. HOLO seems to be consolidating. That low was 50. I might take it. It's always hard to take a trade on a stock like that when you're not really, watching it. 50 seemed good there. 58. Yeah, there's 80 on the ass. Could have been in. That would have been a nice trade. Nice 20 cents, or let's say 15 cents. Not bad. Big drop there though. 12.20. We got a double bottom 47 right here. High of the last is 55. 11.52 HOLO. I spoke too soon. Thought that one was looking good. Halting down. False halt. Oh, that sucks. We'll take that one in the chin. 41 double bottom. 42. I took 47 thinking it was holding. The moment I bought it, drops down. Good bottoming wick here so far. The new 5-minute candle is a couple seconds out. 42 would have been lovely to get if I could have anticipated that, but just did not see it coming. Okay, it's getting choppy. Sizing down. 1500. We're still on the flag. Things getting a little tricky here. How low can we go? Is a valid question. Because it seems like we're getting more like a 5-minute pullback. 31 for the low so far. I don't know, I expected to curl back up, but I'm not in. Not in yet. But still have to be careful with this being backside. You gotta really be careful how you're selling with size, man, because sometimes it's pretty tricky. Son of a gun. Where are we? What a mess of a day, man. What a mess of a day. It's like I can't be mad. Can't be mad, but don't feel as complete as I should be, as I would want to, let's say. But gotta just keep smiling. Gotta keep smiling. Be grateful. Keep smiling and be grateful. I think this is looking decent. A little hard to determine the bottom, but 29. Try again. Try again. I stop. Am I playing with fire here? 27. Okay, cutting it. Time of day, 11:13. We're getting a 5-minute pullback. The bull flag has broken down. Not quite the bear flag we would have wanted here for a potential, red to green, but coming down some more. We'll see how this current candle closes on the 5. There's another minute left. Keep smiling, keep shining. So goes the song. Indeed. What are my commissions? Free. It's surprising how many people still ask this question. Guys, there's free commissions. There's still brokers that charge commissions, but there are free commissions as well. Brokers such as TD Ameritrade, now we can say Charles Schwab, are free commission brokers. So buying and selling at the cost of zero. And I canceled my position, not getting the full quantity, which wasn't good there. I was on the fence of do I just mark it in instead, which I was about to do. Can't talk here. Which is what I was about to do, but then heard the chime, thought I got filled full size. Only 500 shares. It looks decent so far. Three, 32 to the depths. I'll cut it. We're not seeing any buying. Perhaps to the depths. I took a loss somewhere that I'm not even sure where, like what happened. I'm kind of curious. So when I go back over, I'll see. But I thought that trade might have been with a winning trade going up. I don't know. Maybe spreads opened up. I think I was in 7,000 size, but I thought I was selling for a gain. Yeah, commissions are free. Cody, I think 1099s came out like January 26th, I think. But they're out. If you log into your platform and go to the tax center, you'll be able to print out your 1099. I think they have two of them, the 1099 then the 1099B consolidated. You only really need the first page of that one. That's where you have your net gain or loss on the year. That's all you really need. All the other pages are like all the executions of every single trade. It could be like hundreds of pages. Dash taxes. I didn't. I'm going. Actually, this weekend I was just like getting all my data together. When I go, and I plan on going on Wednesday or Thursday, I'm gonna do a video and just show you guys how much I paid versus how much I made. I don't understand why people are so like afraid of this stuff. But this is why I'm the most transparent trader. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna pay, and I'm gonna come back and show you guys how much I paid. You know, I mean I get some people why they wouldn't show it, but I don't care. I could care less. So I'll do it. I'll be the first person on YouTube ever to share their tax information, so that the people finally get some answers that they're looking for here. So my trading gains, it's pretty simple, right? My trading gains and how much I paid, right? My trading gains, more transparent than water. Yeah. We're going to be the first to ever do it. We're coming back up here. We had 28 for those lows. This candle's about to close, and we got a high of 40. I've given back way too much profits on this stock. I think I was up at 1K. I'm at 380. This is like pretty awful. So I got to be careful. Yeah, it's not as instant as it should have been there. 40. But it's looking decent. The new candle's coming. So maybe I try again here. $38, $37. KB, brother. KB. Are we going to see another pullback again? Where's the buying? Where's the buying? I probably should have held that. I probably should have held that. 34. The buying though is not coming in. I think for some people what it really is that they, well, one, not everybody's doing YouTube. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Not everybody's doing YouTube. And I think where it becomes personal is when people have, some of them will be doing joint, for example, like if they're married, uh, if they have X amount of children and dependents, if they have like let's say they're trading under an LLC that's like multiple companies, you know, or let's say it could be of course one company, but different like if you want to say different like sectors of business that they're doing under that one umbrella. I think maybe that's why some people might not want to show. That's my guess. It's like, okay, I don't need the world to know how much my wife makes, for example, right? I could see something like that. Transparent trader. Business expenses, stuff like that. Yeah. So OCEA, maybe it's finished, and this is where I call today. Up $1,000. I'll take it. I'll smile. Tomorrow though, but I don't want to overcompensate and come in like guns a blazing tomorrow. But I need to be more ready. I woke up feeling so good, man. I woke today, some days when I show up here, I don't have the spunk, the energy, the enthusiasm. I'm always excited, but it's like some days it's like through the roof. Other days it's kind of just normal. Today's one of those days I felt great. And just to show up and fall asleep at the wheel. Hmm. Man. Dash, brother, dash. You know it. I have three LLCs. I have three LLCs. I do not trade under any of them, which is not great, I will say. 1K a day. 1K a day. I had somebody tell me, it's like, man, you were doing all right last year. Okay the year before, or let's say the year before last, right? And last year was like okay, but it's like even with that amount of money last year, right? We can pull up our trader view. This individual is like, I don't know if you could have, I don't know if you could have survived out there, man. It just goes to show you how expensive everything is. And some of these people, they might be high income earners, things like that. I'll show you guys last year calendar reports. 2023 January 1st to 2023 December 31st. So this was last year. Let's go to single screen. I can go to net gains. I mean, we can literally, for those of you who might have done your taxes already, that might have been in a similar bracket. If you're in like a similar state, like one of these high tax states, you probably will know how much I'll have to pay, or at least close to it. I have a number in my head, but I don't know. Like I'll have to just go and see. It's definitely going to be a haircut, right? These were last year's gains. 171,000 from my trading account here. So we're gonna have to pay up to Uncle Sam. We're gonna have to pay up. I wouldn't be surprised. Like let's throw a range. I think like anywhere from like 40 to 60 grand. Maybe even more. It depends. But it's part of the deal, brother. It's a part of the deal. It's part of the deal. SF saying 37%. Let's do the math. Times 0.37. Yeah, around 60 grand, right? So for everybody who's trading, you gotta of course, always make sure that you keep some money aside. Keep some money aside for the rainy days, like tax day, which is thunderstorming, cumulonimbus clouds. One scratch trade, baby. That's how I look at it these days. Why? Because that's the mindset that we came up with, right? At the end of the day, if we're disciplined and we can be locked in, 60K can become one green day. At that point, you'll still be paying 37%. You make $1 million in a year. It's a big haircut to be paying 400 grand, maybe a little more, like 450, 500 sometimes. I've seen some people in California pay 550, making just about $1 million. Like that's brutal. It's like they paid more than they made, which is like ridiculous. Paying 500 grand on $1 million. So some people will move to Puerto Rico and other areas where the tax is more lenient. there's different things that you can definitely do, and there's a lot of things that people who are wealthy that they're doing, right? This is not a secret. There's a lot of research, things that you can research out there that can help you out when you are under a LLC or any sort of corporation. It'll be better because, of course, this country caters towards businesses more than anything else. So there'll be more things you can write off, subscriptions, equipment. Um, but I have other businesses, so and this is where kind of people kind of don't want to say everything, but I have other businesses. Relentless trader, 7 states in the country without state income tax. Florida, Tennessee are popular ones. Yeah. But then when you do have the when you do have there's benefits though of having there's definitely way more benefits of trading under an LLC, because when you do when you do it that way, you can have your income set as W-2 income, right? I think when it's C or S corp, I believe C corp, C corp or S corp. One of those caters towards like having employees, the other one doesn't. But anyhows, but they'll still have to pay the self-employment tax, right? But then you can put money into like a 401k, which can help out. I think you can contribute a fair amount every year to a 401k. But the good thing is about the W-2 income is that it's viewed as more reliable income rather than capital gains. Capital gains, if you go for like a bigger mortgage loan or something, they can easily tell you like, hey, like this doesn't seem legitimate. Like, okay, you might have done well this year, but maybe next year you don't. But then when it's coming from that W-2 source, it just seems as if you're working at a company, and you can list your job description as anything. You can say manager of operations or so, whatever. You go in with that, it's like, oh, you made 100 grand. Oh, great, take this money. Go buy a house. That's like some of the biggest things there. There are other things. There's people that know a lot, but depending on who they are, they're not going to share anything. You got to just do your own research. You can go to different accountants. There's some great information on YouTube. YouTube and Google and all these different uh, you know browsers that just have a wealth of knowledge. If there's books. You can do audio books. But the main thing is when you get the information, you have to apply it so that you get the best outcome. But yeah, I think that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it for me here. I am locking it in. I am locking it in. Yeah, I'm thinking about I am thinking about potentially moving, but I don't really right now I don't really care too much about the tax side of it. It is pretty significant, and it's definitely something to influence where I would want to go, but I'm more so concerned about other things right now. Like the taxes is a problem, yes, but it's like whatever. The main thing that I'm focused on right now is you know I'm thinking about growing. I think growing is the number one thing for me, and I'm really excited about doing a permanent day trading team house. Not it doesn't have to be forever, but let's say an extended period of time, 6 months, 1 year. That I think will be incredible. The vision that I have, if we, and I think we will, I think we will get it to work. The vision that I have, I mean, the amount of stuff that we can do within that 1 year, within 1 year, it's gonna be, we'll see where things lead, right? The future, ultimately, the future is bright, regardless of what happens. With the markets and what the future is gonna be bright always. As long as I can move and function, and I have eyesight and hearing, the future is gonna be bright. So hit that thumbs up, which I haven't mentioned all day long, and I'll catch you guys later. Why is it with paper money I can scalp good, but with real money I have trouble? Is it because of lag, spreads? Thanks in advance. Okay, we'll answer this question and then we'll be out of here. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're using a simulator that is real-time data. I think the Thinkorswim simulator is now pretty laggy and not as real-time as it should be. So watch out for that. You want to use a simulator that is real-time market data so you can actually be trading accurate, right, when it comes to what you're seeing real time. That's the first thing. Second, the biggest issue people will have is that mental connection. But this is where you have to, look more so at the process over the profits, because it's so easy. And Marcelo mentioned this yesterday in his live stream. One trade very early could kind of dictate so much of what you do, afterwards. Like, for upcoming trades, maybe you started the day with a big loss, and that was just a normal trade that you would have took any other day, but it happened to be a bigger loser today. That kind of affected your mindset moving forward, and you kind of hesitate and miss entries. And it's what I'm saying even for myself at this point in where I am. Like, I started off, I missed that big dollar share move. I start to think that, like, I'm kind of behind on the ball, right? I'm on my heels, and I'm not as aggressive as I would have wanted to be. These things can affect you subliminally, right? So you got to be careful to always try to stick to the process over the profits. And throughout the day, you see me reminding myself of the perspective to just be grateful. Yes, I would have loved to be up 5 grand or something, but I'm up 400. It's better than nothing. It's better than what I used to do at my day job. You got to still be grateful, still keep the perspective, and not lose the respect for the market. So process over profits, and just keep looking for those good opportunities, those good setups, because you can definitely get frustrated pretty easily, as we all know, right? But that's the biggest thing, that emotional disconnect, and I think that can be solved with focusing on the fundamentals as to why you're taking a setup, why you're exiting the trade, versus the money aspect of it. So that being said, let's all keep working, let's all keep grinding, let's look forward to being better over time, and our only goal here in this community has been progress, right? That's our goal. So, another 6 months from now, another year from now, can we improve, even if it's just by a little? So stay safe, stay green, and I'll catch you guys later. Heading on out. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Check out those links down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.